fucking game and nothing's happened?
Okay, so alright, so I'll give you a little rundown. Alright, here's a rundown. And I will play a video game while I run down. Okay. Alright, you know, let me lower, like, this game isn't very actually loud, so it should be fine. So I'll play Lone Gunman. Because I need to play something. I can't just do this. I can't just like talk if I'm not playing. So, okay. From the beginning. So in GameFAQs, right? Remember, everyone knows what GameFAQs is, right? Alright, Lulinks. Alright, I'm gonna. It's where I came from and where I met everyone online. That's what Lulinks is. Alright, so I'm just explaining the history. Lilac. Also, welcome, Lilac. So let me change the title also. I need to do stuff like this. Oh, Claude's here. Joe, Super Joe, you know the story. You're part of the story. Oh wait, no, you were invited to Lulinks, right? You weren't an actual. Were you an actual original member? Like, it sounds so stupid when you think about it. An original member. Like, what is this? It sounds dumb, but it was fun. It was fun. It's fun because, you know, like, God, 1999. How old was I? I was 15 back then. Yeah, like I did it. Like it was every dumb thing, right? And like at 15, and like the internet was still like still like great and everything. Playing online was not like a thing everyone can do. It was a hard thing to do. So, all right, so here we go. So, Lou. All right, so Lou, Life, the Universe, and Everything. That is a message board that came from GameFAQs. It was a social board where you can talk about anything. Typically in GameFAQs, you'd only be able to talk about video game related stuff, stuff pertaining to the game you're in the board for. So this is one of many actually social boards, but this one picked up for whatever reason. This is 1999. So that's one of the draws of Blue was that it was a social board, talk about whatever. But you had to be a certain level in GameFAQs. I think it was 35. Oh no, the original I think was like 20, 25. It was like 3-4 months of being in GameFAQs. So not anyone can just jump in. You'd have to be a certain level. So it kind of filtered out, I guess a few trolls. I don't know. You could have some sort of worthwhile discussion. You wouldn't have like you'd think that people who are there long enough wouldn't be jerks. So that was a draw, and then what happened? What happens is that people, eventually you get trolls, and for whatever reason, the trolls you got in Lulinks were really, really, really trolling. And Lou has been causing problems in GameFAQs itself by, staging. All right, let's go raid this message board with Lushi, which is an ASCII art of Mario riding Yoshi. That was Lou's mascot. So, people from Lou would organize this and then go raid this, whatever. Trolls would do that. So it was always a problem site, and then CJC, who ran GameFAQs at that time,
where are you?
Was starting to get fed up with the people of Lou. So he decided, all right, I'm going to raise the level cap for Lou, and he's going to bring a harsher punishment for those people who cause problems who are in Lou. So with people getting punished with doing on-site stuff, a few trolls decide, all right, let's do some off-site harassment instead. Go to various people's MySpaces or whatever, live journals, and cause havoc there because we're so bored we don't know what to do. So what happened one day was that someone posted, I don't remember who, I'm sure it's in the wiki, we do have a wiki. They may have removed it actually. They don't like, in the wiki they don't like talking about like that dark history of Lou. But decide, hey, he's gonna post this girl's live journal, a girl who recently killed herself. She, and her family put like a thing, like a thing for their daughter. So when that guy posted that live journal on Lou, I'm not gonna say everyone, but enough people decided it would be hilarious to just invade that guest book and post like Lucy's all over, and on top of that, like a lot of rude stuff, like a lot of rude comments. It just the people are dicks. People were just being dicks. No way around it. No excuse for what happened. It was a terrible thing to do. So when word came around to CJC, who heard about this, he was livid. He was very mad. So he decided, all right, this is all I can do. He doesn't want to close down Lou because he was afraid that if he closed down Lou, everyone on Lou, and there were a lot of people who go there. It was the #1 active board on the entire site. Most people, everyone pretty much went there. So he said that if he closed down Lou, then everyone would spread. Everyone would just spread like a cancer to the other boards, and he was afraid of that. So he decided he was going to quarantine us. What he did was he set a date. I think it was a month from when that happened. And he said that if anyone wants access to this board after this date, you have to sign up. Even if you don't meet the level requirements, you can sign up here, and that when you do, your account will be able to access it. But after this date, no more new users. That's it. This site is permanently, this section is permanently closed off to anyone. So he did that. I signed up. A lot of people did. What I should have done was I should have made a bunch of accounts and signed them up too. But whatever. I was a dumb kid. This is in 2001, I think. 2002? No, not 2001. That's no. I think around 2001, 2002, maybe. My dates are off. Very, very off. So I'm explaining the origins of where I met everyone online, like where we met, like, because the people I play with, Universal, Inker, Bread, we all met in the same place.
I was hoping there'd be less zombies down here.
So, what was I saying? Lost my train of thought. That's bad. Oh yeah. He wanted to quarantine us to kind of make sure that no one would spread, Lou wouldn't spread, and at least everyone would be happy. So he quarantined us. We no more new members. Still very popular. So, but in the midst of this, even though we were quarantined, we were still getting punished harshly for the most mundane of things. Like, moderation was very rough, and only on people on Lou.
Is anyone
I mean,
out there?
people got away with things on other boards that we could not get away with anymore. So, being fed up with this, a few people decided, all right, let's make our own spin-off site. For us where we can talk about stuff and not have to worry about being moderated. So one of the first places was called Lou2, Lou2.com, I think. And it was sort of popular, sort of, kinda. It wasn't like super. Super. I mean, people signed up. I signed up just for shits and giggles. But I still went back to the regular Lou just because everyone was there, right? Why would I want to leave? I don't like, personally. I don't even care. I didn't post. So that didn't take off. Then Llama Guy is the man who created Lulinks. He made Lulinks. He said, all right, I'll make my own site. But he didn't make his site as a board. What he did was he made Lulinks as a place where you can post links. And when you get a link, you get like a little ID. it'd be like LL and then like a number like 2257. And what people on regular Lu would do is that like they'd say, "Hey, look at this picture. You know, I have." And you weren't allowed to really post pictures. We were like we were that that neutered. So you know, you'd be like, "Hey, look at this picture I posted," and you would post a Lulinks code, and then people who had access to Lulinks would see it. Would like go over there and like look at it and like, "Hey, we'll comment on this." And in order to be a Lulinks member, you had to be a member of Lu. You'd sign up for Lulinks, you'd get a code, and you put that on your your profile in GameFAQs. If it checks out, then you get access. That's pretty much how it went. Getting in back then, and that's the only way you could have gotten in back then. So you know, if you heard about Lulinks from somewhere, you didn't have a Lu account, you were shit out of luck. So that went on for a while. You know, it'd usually be an article or a funny picture, or even it could be like porn even, because like it was an off-site. You know, it wasn't Lu. It was Lulinks. So about a year-ish later, not even years. Like what started happening was that it was a site on its own. It was kind of being run by Llama Guy, but like also with donations as well. People donated to this, and you decide like people decide we could post whatever we want here, like whatever links. So what started happening was people would post music, TV shows, direct downloads to these things. And yeah, I think this is back in 2003, 2004, which is this is when it came up, 2003, 2004.
Is anyone out there?
So, 2001. So, what happened was that like people saw this as like a great site to host all kinds of media, music, TV shows, movies, books, what have you. And it became it became less of a site, for Lu, and more of our own archive of things that we want. And it was community ran, and you have so many users just uploading stuff. You pretty much end up with an archive of a lot of things. And even I did. I uploaded a lot of stuff as well. Not much, but like music and stuff I uploaded, video game music, because like I filled that niche. So, like, pretty much, there was no reason to go back to Lu. I mean, why go there? More and more people started migrating to Lulinks and made, getting stuff better and better. This is our site for things. And, like, we even developed a system. Like, we used MegaUpload, because it had basically no caps. And, like, you could upload, like, pretty much as much as you want. It was like, I think it was because of MegaUpload when that came out. It really helped us flourish as a site, as an archive site. So you can maybe see where this is headed. That we use MegaUpload. We put all our eggs in one basket. We decided use MegaUpload. Don't use anything else. And if you use anything else, you got like shit on. Like, why would you use Rapid Share? Why would you use MediaFire? MegaUpload's so much better. We developed plugins for MegaUpload that would, if you hit your cap, you'd instantly download again, like, as soon as your cap was done. We had guides on how to set up your links properly. Like for music, we had the bitrate posted, the album name, art, individual songs. For movies, you had the resolution, the how big it was. And everything was split up to 1 gigabyte chunks. Everything was split up to 1 gigabyte chunks. It was great. It was great. It was so good. And like, you know what? We even had a system for getting premium accounts from MegaUpload. We would share premium accounts. Like, people who knew each other in Lulinks would like, they would have like, all right, I'll pay 1/4. We'll have 4 people. I'll pay a 4th, and then we'll all benefit from this. MegaUpload was very, very, very lenient, and I think it's because of MegaUpload that we flourished. And we did this for so many years. And if you can imagine, this is all direct download from MegaUpload. We had an insane archive of everything. Oh my god! It's thinking back to it. Holy shit! Like you can't find this anymore. You can't find this anywhere. You cannot. I'm sorry. Like, you have Usenet and everything, but it like Usenet and everything else pales in comparison to what Lulinks had. For 7 years, I forgot. Like I used Lulinks for 7 years. I forgot how to get things without Lulinks. I didn't know how to find things on the internet anymore because Lulinks was there. And yeah, MegaUpload had a happy hour where you had like premium for like what, like for the night. It was it was like every evening, whatever. It was insane. It was insane. Like I talk about this because like back then it was wild to have everything that you wanted right there. And you can't like play. There are no places like that now. No places like that now in the internet. The internet has been so neutered. I couldn't find. Like even to this day, I have a hard time finding things without Lulinks, you know. So, and we had our fair share of other things too, but like I'll save the history of other stuff later. I'm gonna give you the gist. So with Lulinks, you know, being as big as it was, and still being a very private site, Llama Guy decided, you know what, I need to generate more money, even though it was very much self-sustainable. But we had I guess this is also a way to like kind of generate more links. Every time you put up a link, you got like a token if people download or voted on your link, and you can use those tokens to buy stuff, either post faster. I think it was post faster, or get a good token, or get a bad token. So that was a little incentive. So what happened was he decided, all right, I'm gonna have invites. People can invite people now if they want to. And it was like 80 tokens, so you needed a good amount of links. People were upset. A lot of people were upset. It was supposed to be our site. No one was supposed to be able to come here. We were fine on our own for all these years. We were just fine. We were just fine. Why do we have this? But you know what? Look, I was like, I didn't care either way. I kind of felt like, you know, this is our own site, whatever. But I'll tell you what, when we had invites, we had a flood of people that came in, and a lot of the new people uploaded lots of stuff. Our biggest uploaders are, in fact, one of the biggest movie uploaders for Lulinks was a friend of mine. 2 of them. This is insane. Everyone I invited in Lulinks back then always uploaded something. I can say that. I didn't invite any shitlords into Lulinks. So. Yeah, so because of that, we got movies that would leak like instantly almost. People were that fast. Downloaded from Usenet, RAR'd up correctly, uploaded to MegaUpload, boom. Any game, bam, right there. We just had it. Like within hours, we'd have a topic saying, "Hey, is anyone uploading this game?" And someone would say, like, "I am right now. Like, just give me a few hours." It was great. So, because we had so many people, we had a big community. We also had a community for gamers, like anyone's like in Lulinks. So they always had like a server for games, whatever games, whether it be Counter-Strike, original Counter-Strike, Team Fortress Classic, or Unreal Tournament. I back then I didn't like talk to anyone online except for my friends. I was just me and my friends, always playing, me and my friends. So when TF2 rolled about, I was the only one of my friends that got TF2. I was the only one who had a computer that could really run it. So and I loved Team Fortress Classic, so it made sense for me to get the orange box in TF2. And I found myself thinking, all right, well I have no one to really play with. I decided to check out the Lulinks, the Lulinks server. I joined there. It was fun. There were people, back then you had people blasting music. It was very lax, and I decided, all right, let me add these people. I don't mind playing with them. I met a lot. That's pretty much where I met like the large chunk of people. Was through TF2. I played in that Lulinks server from November or October of when the beta dropped for TF2 all the way to January. Because by January my friends had gotten the game, and I went back to playing with my friends. But those 4 months I met like a ton of people, and when Left 4 Dead came around, I was again left with not. My friends were starting to become really busy, and I found myself having no one to play Left 4 Dead with. Now with TF2 you can get away with playing with pubs, whatever. Left 4 Dead, you can't. You can't. If you want a good experience with Left 4 Dead, you kind of want to play with people. So I decided, let me see if anyone in the Lulinks TF2 group, see if they have Left 4 Dead, and I saw a few people. I can't remember for the life of me who I first played with. The videos I have up from back then were after I had like not gotten to know them, but like I've played with a few Lulinkers. And I decided to start recording games with Lulinkers because here's the reason. The reason why I never record any of my Left 4 Dead stuff or TF2 stuff with my friends was because I used back then the Source recorder. It's like an in-game recorder that records the games that you play. Now I'm a stickler for like at least some sort of quality for if I'm gonna upload something. I used to record Counter-Strike stuff. And the problem with my friends is that we used Ventrilo, a third-party voice program, voice over IP. And because of that, I couldn't record their audio because like my computer was didn't have much space. I couldn't do raw recordings because I just didn't have space. The demo recorder from the Source games were was really good. And it took up very little space, but it could not record their people's outside voices. So when I started playing Left 4 Dead with Lulinkers, right? Like we didn't have like a mumble or a ventrilo. We just used in-game voice, or mumble or ventrilo that I would use. So I thought, hey, I can record these, and like you can hear us talking. And these videos won't be shit. And I don't see many expert games of Left 4 Dead being uploaded anyway. And I wanted like just something like up. Like usually when I play Left 4 Dead, like funny stuff happens. I want to record that. So I started doing that, and slowly, playing more and more Left 4 Dead. I decided I want to play a lot of Left 4 Dead. And since my friends aren't around, I could play with these guys. And I kind of expanded my the amount of people I played with through Left 4 Dead. The majority of people, Super Joe included, I met through Left 4 Dead. Inker, I think I met through Left 4 Dead. Sure, maybe I met him through it wasn't my friends list until Left 4 Dead. So Inker, I'm not sure about Bread. That's a hazy thing. Uni as well. That's also hazy. I think EHK I met through TF2. Because like I had so many people, you just don't remember. So that's how I met. That's how I met everyone through pretty much from where we came from. We all came from Lulinks, and how Lulinks came about. Now to finish off the story, I guess. There's a lot of me saying was about Lulinks. So as I said, we had a standard for using MegaUpload as our our only way of uploading stuff. So a boom hit back in 2012 where MegaUpload, got seized by the US government. I remember that day pretty vividly. It was January, and I thought to myself, oh, MegaUpload's down again. I wanted to download this album from McVaggins. Why can't I download this? I guess I'll wait. And then news started trickling down slowly that something was up with MegaUpload, that had been shut down, and that news hit. So Llama Guy was a bit, scared, like the servers were seized. If you remember that event back in 2012. So he removed all the links. He got rid of anything. No, he didn't remove them completely. He hid them basically. Oh, he's not on fire? No, he's on fire. He hid them, so you couldn't access them. So what people started doing was like, this was like the night of. People started like uploading stuff to like Mediafire and Rapid Shares, Rapid Shares, and we wanted to get things. We wanted to try to rebuild, but you're not gonna rebuild like, was it 2004, 2012, like 8 years of stuff. And a lot of things that we lost were like, really, really, really old, like, old TV shows, old movies, stuff you can't find anywhere because it's just too obscure, is like stuff that like one guy had like a copy of on his hard drive, just randomly uploading. You're not gonna find that. We tried to rebuild. But eventually even the links were taken down. Llama Guy said, alright, the new rule is that we will not post links anymore. That's it. Because of that, you know, there's not much of a reason to go to Lulinks. The community started to die. At that point, like, I had already met, like, you know the quote bear group. So there was no reason for me to go back there. I go there every once in a, like, you know, like a topic or two, but you know, without links, why even bother staying? I found my circle of friends, and I stayed with them. We have our mumble. I could always talk to them there, and that's pretty much it. Pretty much the rise and fall of Lulinks. Sorry, I'm not good at storytelling. Like I go all over the place. But I mean, there are a few other things that help solidify that bear group. Inker having a server, and me being friends with them. But that's pretty much how Lulinks came about and how we all met through TF2 and Left 4 Dead. That community that we were all a part of is what is how we were all able to, kind of. Not bond, but, get to know each other. It was the file sharing group. It was unbelievable. Super Joe, you remember how it used to be, right?
Where is everyone?
You don't see places like that anymore. They cannot. Places like Lulinks can't exist anymore. They cannot. They cannot exist. How the internet is now? It cannot exist. It was built up from when the internet was in its golden age. Life was way too good for us, Super Joe. It was way too good for us. I forgot how to find things online. It's unbelievable. But that's how it is, right? That's how the wind's blowing these days. And now we have like people who tried making other sites. So it goes. There was another one I think Super Joe mentioned. It's just not the same. It's not the same. What you really need are people that want to give a shit about uploading stuff. No one's gonna give a shit about uploading stuff. I mean, people did it for tokens or whatever, but there was a thing about the community that they wanted to do, like. I don't know. I didn't have to upload anything. I didn't really care about like getting tokens, but like I felt compelled to somehow. Like, maybe I'll upload something. I got all this music that I don't see here. I'll throw in my 2 cents. Well, I guess the reason why we just said that it was such a great time. Oh god. I guess the reason why we passed off as like it didn't exist was just it was more of like a joke. But, why bring attention to yourselves, right? I think we worked well because we just did not bring attention to ourselves. We had a few narcs, like, saying, oh, this is what Lulinks is, but, like, you have a bunch of people saying that. You don't know which is real anyway, so it didn't matter. Information didn't travel as fast as it does now, back then anyway. I think it'll be hard to keep a site tight-lipped that wasn't completely closed off. A site where, you can come in, through a really strict type of thing. Even with the links being lax as it was with the invites, you still had to have a medium of someone being an original member giving you one. But then again, people sold the links invites. But what happened was if you were found out that you sold a Lulinks invite, you'd get axed. Like your account and any account tied to that account would get removed. So that was frowned upon. Don't do that. What are you guys talking about? Well, look. I mean, look. We had it.
Is anyone out there?
Look, it was a site that had stuff in it. Like no one, like I sure as hell wouldn't go broadcasting this. So like, hey, look, I've got, you know, I'm a member of this site where I can get stuff. No, you'd be a dummy for doing that. I'd let some of my friends download stuff. Like, hey, you know, you need this? Here you go. Here's a link.
There's a witch around here.
And they eventually got their own accounts and actually uploaded stuff anyway. Oh, god damn it. Anyway, that's the story. There's like more stuff to it. There's more to the history. I don't know if I would go into it though. There's no reason to go into it. Sorry, my storytelling couldn't be any better.
Where are you?
Like I'm not a great wordsmith. Frankly, Super Joe, I think you could tell a better story than I. A much better story, but yeah, whatever. Dear Lord, it's 6 o'clock. I should get some food. Actually want to. Oh God, it's 6 o'clock. I need to watch something. Okay, guys, I should actually stop for now. I did say I was gonna stop, and this has been story time with Ice. So anyway, I'll be back later, guys, in two-ish hours, maybe a bit longer. I need to get food and other stuff. But thanks for stopping by and watching, listening to my boring story, my really boring story. Yeah, VGCW, you gotta watch. My wording I think is wonderful. Thank you, Super Joe. I don't know, but I'll be back. I'll be back in a bit, 2 hours minimum. Maybe I'll go into a bit more history, some things that happened here. There's a lot happened, but for now, I'll call it quits. I'll see everyone in around 8:30 my time, Eastern Standard Time. I'll highlight it if anything, so if you guys want to, like, if you miss anything, you could watch. Like fucking, I'm gonna have to like listen to myself. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see all of you later tonight. All right, bye bye.